Thank you very much at magandang araw mga kaibigan. Nagbabalik po ang inyong programa, ang Aksyon Central Zone Special Edition. Today, it's another edition of the COMELEC Checkpoint, of course, with the Provincial Election Supervisor of the Province of Pampanga, Atty Temie Lambino.
Yes, good day Mr. Sonny Lopez. Good day sa ating mga televiewers at ito na naman, mga isang oras na mahabang talakayan tungkol sa eleksyon tayo.
You know, a lot of people are really interested in you guesting in my program and with the COMELEC Checkpoint because it's really very timely that we give the necessary information for our viewers.
Thank you very much. It's my duty, I believe.
And as we mentioned, what is good for Pampanga, the things that you listen to here, effective din ho yan sa different provinces po ng Central Zone for all over the country. Nag-iiba lang po yung probinsya. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we know very well that the COMELEC is training the Board of Election Inspectors, and we'd like to get an update from Atty Lambino.
Yes, last week, Sonny, we trained the trainers for our Board of Election Inspectors. But first, we have to, the people should know kung sino yung mga Board of Election Inspectors. Our Board of Election Inspectors, these are the public school teachers, majority, if not all of them. Sila yung nagsaserve sa presinto natin. So if you go to our polling places or centers, makikita mo yung mga teachers na nandun. Usually, tatlo yan. The Board of Election Inspectors composed of 3 public school teachers. We have the chairman, the poll clerk, and the 3rd member. Doon mo makikita sa presinto.
Yes.
So, doon mo kukunin yung number, yung name mo, makikita mo doon sa presinto, silang magbibigay ng official ballot, and they would instruct you on what to do with the official ballot and also kung paano bumoto.
Okay, let me ask. Other than these people, 3 people who are with you, the COMELEC, working for the COMELEC, and who are the other people who will be allowed inside the precinct?
Aside from the Board of Election Inspectors also, we have the places for the watchers.
Okay.
And of course, the voters.
The voters.
Yung voters lang, oo. And watchers, at saka watchers of different parties, of different candidates, as well as the NAMFREL, hindi pwedeng lumapit yan sa mga botante natin. Hindi rin pwedeng lumapit sa mga Board of Election Inspectors, except kung tatawagan sila to sign a document. This example is the election returns. The Board of Election Inspectors would call them to sign. Doon lang siya pwedeng lumapit. And of course, sa opening ng ating election day, the Board of Election Inspectors would call yung mga tao, especially the watchers, to see to it that the ballot boxes have no documents in it, empty, and also the PCOS machines are in zero, zero situation that there's 2 votes.
Wala pang nabilang.
Wala pang nabilang, walang nandoon sa precinct optical scan natin, precinct count optical scan machines natin.
So you said before in a previous interview that aside from the word for the place where the people will vote, there is a waiting area. And in the waiting area, who handles that? Who manages that? Is it also the
Board of
election
Election
supervisor?
We have the Board of Election Inspectors. Given yan, we have 3. We have 3 members, of chairman and 2 members. Then we have also support staff depending on the clustering of precincts. So if we have 5 to 7 clustered precincts, we have additional support staff. These are the people who would tell the people queuing, and also to manage the holding area where the voters can wait for their turn to participate in the election. So I think it is imperative for us to have the holding area or the waiting area so that the voters can wait for their turn. Otherwise, baka pag nainip sila, would just go out or opted not to vote in this coming elections.
Which we don't want to happen.
Of course.
That's why we're here po, ladies and gentlemen, para magbigyan po ng information. Kung initially there may be some confusion, we request all those voters na mag-standby lang ng konting sakripisyo lang.
As I was telling you, and telling to the people that it's not, this is just electing our public servants. It's not only a civic obligation of the people, but it's also their moral obligation. They have to exercise the right of suffrage because we're talking here about leadership of the whole nation.
For the next 6
especially
years.
that this May 10, 2010 is a presidential election. And it is really imperative for us to exercise this right of suffrage because we are electing the highest official of this republic.
Okay. How many people are training for the whole province of Pampanga, including the city of Angeles, yung mga election inspectors?
We have 1,607 clustered precincts. That would be times 2.
Yes.
Times 2 because we are training only the chairman and the poll clerk.
Yes.
The third member wouldn't be trained for the operation of the PICOs. So that would be around 3,214.
Do you do it all over every municipality or town, or is the training centralized?
The training is centralized. We have it in a hotel, and they would train for 2 days. And they should know the general instructions for the Board of Election Inspectors, how to do with the election, and also they should be expert in the operation of the precinct count optical scan machines. They will have the first day would be the overview of the matter, the general instructions, as well as the parts of the PICOs and how to operate it. And the next day, the second day, would be the examinations. They have the examinations. Yes,
exams?
It's a paper pencil examination.
Do they have to pass that exam?
Yes, they have to pass, and there is actual operation of the PICOs before the DOST or Department of Science and Technology people would certify this Board of Election Inspector or these teachers to operate the precinct count optical scan. If they wouldn't pass, they wouldn't be qualified and they wouldn't be serving this coming May 10, 2010 elections.
So you have people also in the waiting list to take over
Yes.
in cases where those who you trained did not pass the exam?
In cases those participants is coming, the whole month of March would be for the training of the Board of Election Inspectors. If some of them wouldn't pass, we have additional also reserve force for to take the examination.
So everything is taken.
Yes, of course.
You took care of everything already.
Yes.
You anticipate that some people may not be passing, so you have people in the waiting list.
Yes. I hope not.
Or are they with the training already? Those people, or did you invite people more than what is expected, the number expected, so that if in case there are those who will fail, you have them ready?
We have the exact number. We have the exact number. We have also the complete list provided to us by the Department of Education. And just in case some of them wouldn't pass, maybe we would be calling the reserve members of the Board.
Is this on a voluntary basis, or you pick people because you know that they have the aptitude to do this responsibility?
First and foremost, it's not a voluntary because it is their duty as provided under the law.
Yes.
So we might as well not say that it is a voluntary. But of course, at the bottom of their heart, they're serving this really for the Republic.
But not everybody will qualify, right? So
yes.
Who do you look for? What do you look for? What qualities do you look for so that at least 100% they will do a good job?
Of course, first that qualification of the Board of Election Inspector, aside from he or she is a public school teacher, he should be a registered voter in that municipality or city where she is or he is serving.
Okay.
And of course, he can read and write. There's the teacher who can read and write, can speak English or Tagalog or any dialect. So these are the qualifications. He's not been charged of any election offense.
Yes.
He has good moral character. So those are the requirements also. And these teachers, a lot of them, a majority of them had already served for more than how many elections already.
But this is different. This
would be different. And anyway, the PICOS is, the machine that we'll be using this coming May 10 is user-friendly. And we have a complete instruction. We would be training them on the first day. We have the actual training also on the first day. Then on the second day, that will be the time for their actual examination, paper and pencil also. Okay.
You just said a while ago that you pick people or teachers from their own municipalities. Is it automatic also that the one that you have to be a voter in that precinct to be assigned in that precinct, or you may be transferred to another place?
The qualification, as to the registration qualifications, that he should only be a registered voter in that particular municipality or city. He's not. It's not mandatory that that teacher who is serving in that particular precinct or clustered precincts is a registered voter in that precinct that he is serving. It is enough that he is a registered voter of that municipality or city where he is serving.
But how can they vote then if they're not in their own precincts?
We are giving them 20 minutes to get out of their polling place and to vote for the place where they are registered.
So it will be earlier?
That would be another problem because maybe some of them wouldn't vote this coming elections because of the distance. Yes. Maybe if you are a teacher from a certain barangay and you are serving another barangay, it would be difficult for you to get out of your station and vote, considering that you only have 20 minutes left.
But what time are they expected to be in their centers?
Before the voting starts, they should be there.
So, or
Because they have to arrange.
voting
all,
starts at 7?
Yes, so that's 7 o'clock in the
So-
morning. So we're expecting them around 5 or 6. They're
5 or
ready.
6?
Yes, but 7 o'clock that will start off them showing to the people
Because
the machines as
they
well
still
as
have
the
to
ballot
prepare
boxes.
stuff there, right?
Yes.
I've seen that, and they just don't come in and they start voting. There's so many papers there and everything that they have to
And
handle.
anyway, Sonny, on the day of the election, the PICOs as well as the ballot boxes are already there in the precinct because we have 5 days before,
Yes.
3 days before the election, we have the testing and sealing of the machines.
In the places where it is
Yes,
assigned.
before the intended elections or before the sealing,
Oh.
we would be distributing the ballot boxes as well as the PICOs machines to the respective polling places.
So all the various political parties will also be represented there.
Dapat we have to notify them.
Yes.
We have to notify also the Board of Election Inspectors in testing and sealing because they're the ones who will perform it, and also the political parties as well as the candidates will be notified also
Okay.
via bulletin board. Bulletin
Is
board.
the testing or the written test for those and for your inspectors concluded? Have you concluded it, or you will still?
We're talking the testing and sealing of the
No,
PICOs or
no.
the
I mean the
examinations?
teachers. I mean the inspectors. Tapos na ba yung exam dyan?
No.
Hindi pa?
We'll start in Pampanga. We'll start on March 8.
March 8.
March 8.
So malapit na yan.
Yes, March 8 until March 31.
Okay.
So we'd have the training as well as the examination by the DOST.
O sige. Doon pa sa training nila, binabayaran na sila?
They have an honorarium of 2,000 pesos.
So it's
That would
training.
it includes the transportation.
Yes.
Basta
Food.
2,000 lahat na yun. And also the food, of course, free lodging as well as the board.
Okay. But on the day of the election itself, and we expect that they'll be there at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning, and then they'll probably end up before midnight.
Yes.
It used to be that they end up the next day, but you don't know what.
We wouldn't be expecting that.
It would not
considering,
happen
yes,
this year.
I hope that it wouldn't
Yes,
happen because considering that we are now becoming, or we are on automated elections, so we wouldn't expect that the teachers would stay there for the whole night.
For the whole night, and
Or
even
whole
for the
morning
next
sometimes,
day
so
or
next
the
day.
Okay. So what benefits do they receive naman on the other hand? What do they expect to have?
On testing and sealing, they have already the 500.
Okay.
And well, aside from the training,
Yes.
which they would receive
2,000.
2,000, rest 2,000, that's across the board. Then we have 500 for the testing and sealing,
Okay.
300 for the transportation, then 500 again for the testing and sealing of the book of voters. Then on the election day per day, they do have 1,000 with the maximum of 3,000 if they would stay there for 3 days.
Okay. So, meron naman, hindi naman sila malulugi.
No.
Okay, pero pagod yan
Of
This
course.
is a difficult job. And
This is
a big
difficult
responsibility.
considering that they would study the machine, and they would know the manuals on how to operate it, the mechanics on how to operate it. That would be quite difficult for them. But this is user-friendly, and they're very intelligent people.
If I'm a
Wouldn't
teacher,
worrying about it.
and I don't wanna accept the invitation for me to do this particular responsibility. Okay lang yan.
No, you're facing a possible charge. That would be an election violation.
Merong violation.
Yes, so because it's mandatory for you to serve.
But what are the certain may excuses naman ba dyan?
Oh yes, there are disqualifications also.
Disqualifications,
Example, if you are a teacher and the deputy or COMELEC would ask you to serve in your municipality where your husband or any of your relatives within the 4th civil degree of consanguinity or affinity are running, of course you are disqualified. You cannot serve as a Board of Election Inspector. Or if you're related to one of your member, if you're the chairman of the board and one of your members,
Yes.
it's your relative, of course you are disqualified in that particular precinct only. But the disqualification there is that if someone is running who is your relative within the 4th civil degree, that would be the disqualification.
That's
And, yes, and you cannot serve.
Okay. Pero yung for health reasons,
It can be also.
It can be.
It can be also.
Other
if,
reasons
If it's really, if you are not really capable to do the job.
yung matatanda na. yung
Yes,
mga
you have
retirable na.
complete medical records for that. Then maybe the DepEd wouldn't give. It's the DepEd who give the
The
list.
DepEd, they'll make this
Yes,
hand.
it's the DepEd officials who give the list to the Commission on Elections.
Okay. So, yun ho, mga kaibigan, no? At least nagkakaroon po tayo ng inkling kung paano po ang mangyayari, kung ano pong training, no? Ang hirap na dinadanas po ng ating mga public school teachers. Alam nyo, meron hong compensation ito, but the fact is that this is still a big responsibility that they have to handle, no? And we have to salute our public school teachers, especially for this time, na this is something new for them, this is something new for all of us, na medyo po merong pakapaka pa dito. And we have to congratulate naman the COMELEC also for giving the necessary training the people for this particular responsibility.